Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. So today it's Sunday and I normally come on with a project, and so I thought I would dig out one of the Sale-a-Bration items that you can get for free during Sale-a-Bration. So Sale-a-Bration goes until the end of February. And there are two different levels. So either, and this is in Canada. So in Canada, if you purchase $60, you can choose one level one item. Or if you purchase $120, you, before shipping and taxes, you can get either two level one items or one level two item. Oh, great. Hi, Margit. So that's how it works for Sale-a-Bration. So if you put an order in, you will automatically be able to choose a free item. And who doesn't love free items? I mean, gosh, and there's so many amazing items that you can choose from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a card using the awesome Otters stamp set. I just love this. This is so adorable. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to do some coloring. I'm just trying to see who's online. So don't forget to go out to StreamYard.com. I use an application called StreamYard. And so if you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, you can give permission to Facebook so that I can actually see who's commenting. Sometimes I can't. Oh, hi, Jeanette. Yeah, I can't see who's commenting. So I'm actually just looking down at Facebook on my phone to see who's commenting. Perfect. All right, and I can't see who commented, who just ordered it, but I'm glad you ordered it because it's fun. I have not used it yet, so you're going to see this card being, or this stamp set being used for the very first time for me. All right, so let me switch over to my desktop and we'll get started. All right, I got a bit of a glare with the lighting. So this is, I'm trying to find, there we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. I'm trying to get out of the glare of my light. There, a little bit angled, but this is the awesome otter stamp set. So you get 3 different otters, a cute little birthday hat or a party hat, and then 2 stamps. It's birthday time and you are awesome, utterly awesome. Isn't that cute? These guys are just so adorable. And as I said, I actually haven't used this yet. So I'm going to use this guy here, the guy that's standing. So let's pull him off. All right, there we go. Let's grab some. Let's put you on. Like that. I'll have to put my labels on at some point, but we won't do that now. And we will use the "You Are Awesomely, Utterly Awesome" stamp. And then the last one I want to use is the little birthday hat. Your party hat. Okay, there we go. Now, I don't know what color otters are. I always think of them as kind of a gray color, but I've also heard that they're kind of a browny color. So I'm using Coastal Cabana. So I've got a piece of cardstock that is cut 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to score this at 5 1/2. Let's bring my trimmer in. Here's my scoring blade. There we go. So I've scored it at 4 or 5 1/2, and I'm just going to fold. So, and I've said this before, I think I say it just about every time I go live. When I fold, I always fold into the mountain. So this is the side I scored on, and it's got the little indent, and this has got the raised. That's what I call the mountain, this raised piece from when you scored. I always fold into that raised piece or mountain. Just kind of gives me something to remember, so that you get a better fold if you do that. Now, this paper, isn't this pretty? This is the Marvelous, oh gosh, I've forgotten what it's called. Marvelous Marble. I think that's what it's called. This is also a free item during Sale-a-Bration. You can get a pack of this paper. Comes in all sorts of different colors. This one, Smoky Slate, Gorgeous Grape. There's another one in there, and I've forgotten what it is. And it's 6x6 paper, and I think there's 48 sheets in it, so it really is a great deal. Hey, Jocelyn, welcome. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to just adhere this down. It's hard to choose which color, which side. I think this one. It's hard to choose. It's so pretty. All right, just put some liquid glue on. I haven't used Coastal Cabana for a while, so it's kind of fun to pull out some colors that you haven't used. Now, the other thing I've got is I've gone ahead and cut a piece of basic white, and I've used this is the third or the second largest of the scallop contour dies. So I've already gone ahead and cut that. Just get comments. All right. Here we go. So I've got some tuxedo black memento because I'm going to color this with my blends. So we'll ink up the otter. Just going to try it out. Yeah, pretty good. So I'm just going to put him right like that. And then I'm going to put the birthday hat or party hat on top. Oh, let's see. I've got to figure out how to get him fairly close. Not too bad. It's floating a little bit. That's the downside of the rubber stamps. But anyway, it's pretty close. Now, I pulled a bunch of colors here from my Stampin' Blends. I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay and Daffodil Delight for the hat. And then I pulled Crumb Cake, Gray Granite, and Smoky Slate. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some of the light Crumb Cake. I just want to use the... I'm probably going to go over it with a couple of colors just to see if I can get kind of a gray-y brown color. I'm using the fine tip end to do kind of the small pieces. I know these scallop contour dies, Jocelyn, are my go-to dies. I absolutely use them all the time. Oops. Yeah, I just love them. So really I'm just coloring now, just to lay a base of the ink down. I'm going to need to dig out a new one or get a new one of the Crumb Cake. The brush end on it is, I think I've used it so much. They do run out of ink at some point in time. So it's probably time for a replacement. All right, so I've got a bit of a base on there. Now I think I'm going to use some of the Gray Granite. Let's just kind of see what this does. I'll do this in the middle, in his belly. Sometimes adding two colors together gives you kind of a different color. So I'm coloring over top. And I'm kind of being brave here and doing this as I'm online. So if you're making the card, you can play with this and see what kind of colors you get. And use the dark Crumb Cake for his nose. And here's my light Crumb Cake again. And add some more shading in here. Let's bring in That's the light gray granite. Smoky slate. Smoky slate. There's the dark gray granite. So I'm just going to do some more shading. It just feels like you need some more shading. It's really up to you how much you want to do. You could use your markers if you wanted to, rather than if you don't have blends or you prefer to use your markers. These images are great to color. And all I'm doing now is when I lay down the darker of them, I just like to go over it so it's not quite so obvious with the lines. Now let's do the hat. I have a party without a hat. So I'm just coloring this one. It's just too little of an image to do much blending. And then we will do the circles in Daffodil Delight. There isn't a Calypso Coral set of blends, so that's why I'm using the Bermuda Bay, kind of in the right shade. There we go. For the pom-pom. Okay, now he's going to go on here. He needs a sentiment, so I'm going to stamp the "You are utterly awesome." Just testing it out to see. Hopefully not too bad. It'll be scary. Hey, Darlene, welcome. Yeah, Marjorie, these otters are adorable. Now, let's see. That's kind of boring. What else have I got here? I have got some of this ribbon. This is the Pool Party sheer ribbon, but it will go very nicely with this. So I'm just going to wrap this around. Get my ribbon scissors. I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm just going to tie a bow. Hopefully I've got enough on the right-hand side of it. Now, they say, I always figured this out. They say you get a better bow if you tie it upside down. So I've turned my card upside down, and I'm going to try to tie a bow and see if that works. I want it on the edge of the bow on the edge of my card because, oops, still hold that out, because I need room for the scalp contour. Yeah, I think that does work. I have to remember to try and do that more often. Sometimes my bows are not, they're kind of what do you call these? The tails. That's what the word I was trying to think of. The tails are kind of not always going in the right direction. So I think by tying it upside down, you get the tails going the way they should. Okay, we're just trimming that. And now we will use some dimensionals. I think he needs some rhinestones or something. And one dimensional in the middle because it's quite large and I don't want the middle of my piece to sag. Okay, let's get this going straight, and then hopefully I haven't got this adhered, so I can move it a little bit. And yeah, so I'll put this thing on the side. Now, I definitely think he needs something else. Feeling like he isn't blinged up enough. So let me find. There. These are the iridescent rhinestone jewels. I don't know that you're going to be able to see. They're really quite shimmery when you got them, but you're really just seeing the, so they're kind of that holographic. Yeah, I still struggle, Jocelyn, with bows too. Sometimes they turn out really well and other times they don't. So I know you can get bow makers. I had one. My husband made me a bow maker many years ago, but I just always found that to be more of a pain than it was worse. So I don't know where it is anymore. There we go. There's some rhinestones that make him a little bit brighter. The other thing you could do is take your Wink of Stella and do some Wink of Stella in his belly. Give him a bit of shimmer. You won't be able to see this, but adds a little bit to the card. Maybe the pom-pom, a little bit of Wink of Stella. Okay, and then the last thing is I've got a piece of basic white cardstock that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to stamp the otter again. It's kind of down in the corner. It's kind of a little bit off. And I'm not going to put a sentiment in this because I'm going to write a note. And we will, when this dries, I'm going to adhere this to the inside of the card. Going along with my New Year's resolution to try and always finish the inside of my cards when I make them, so that I don't have to stop when I go to give this away. I don't have to stop and finish the inside just to write a note. There. I kind of like that. Cute card. So a couple of Sale-a-Bration items for you to consider with your order. How about some shade under the otter to ground him? Yes, actually, you know, that's a great idea. So let's take the light. Let's take the light crumb cake and just, you could do this with Pool Party as well, but just add a little bit of ground below him to, we'll do it on the inside too. There we go. That's a great idea. I always forget to do that, so good idea. It is a cute card. I really like it. I love that stamp set, and I'm looking forward to playing with it some more. As I said, this is just one of the items that you, well, actually it's 2 of the items, because the designer series paper is also free during Sale-a-Bration. So there are lots of other things to choose from. If you haven't looked at Sale-a-Bration, there is lovely designer series paper that coordinates with some of the there's Daffodil Daydream paper. I think I've showed that. There's also a paper that coordinates with the Rainbow Happiness. It's called Sunshine and Rainbows, a designer series paper. It is 6 by 6. So the great options to choose from. There is also a couple of items that are available at the level 2. One of them is the Hello Fresh, which is a stamp set and 12 by 12 designer series paper. And so that's a great option at the $120 level. Remember, my amounts are in Canada, are in Canadian dollars. So they will be different if you're not in the Canadian market. So, all right, everybody, thanks for joining me. It's always so much fun to jump on and make a card. I love the time I get to be creative. I will be back live on Tuesday night at 6:30 with a sketch challenge. So if you'd like to join me, I will be live. We'll make a card and I will share a sketch. Hopefully, you'll join me. And then this Thursday night, I'm alternating now. Last week I did a mystery challenge only on my group, but Thursday night I'll be back with a project as well. Then I will be live on my Facebook page and my group, as well as YouTube. So, all right, everybody, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy stamping. Bye.